Okay, cool. All right. So we're still on 5. We kind of jumped ahead because we did our peaceful warrior already, but this is called the frog swim, and I like this one a lot. This is an extra. And so what we do with the frog swim is it teaches us how to change planes, and I usually start out here with people, and particularly, like let's just say we just did the upright leg stretches and the upright sit-ups, which means we haven't done the inversion yet. We haven't come to. So peaceful warrior is the upside down one. So to get people ready, we do a frog swim. It looks like this. We come through ladle, which they've done before. We have them bend the knees. Then we have them bring them out wide. And then we have them bend the knees again. So we bring the legs wide, bend the knees. Bring the legs wide, bend the knees.
Okay, now I'm going to do the work legs wide.
Yep, bend the knees. Bring the feet together in front of you. That's right. And then bend, straighten the legs out, bring them around, bend the knees again, grab the feet. So this allows people to start to get comfortable getting that full rotation in the legs. You'll notice if the hips are tight, this rotation is going to be more challenging. So that's the front swing. So depending on the level of the class, let's just go ahead and come into collapse it so we can take a pause. So if the level of the class is more beginner, I would have to do the frog swim before I try to get them into the inversions, which is the next sequence, because they will have the hardest time bringing their legs over their heads. So most people will leave their legs behind them, which means they look like this, and they get stuck. So they bring their hands down, their legs are in their back plane, front plane. Okay? So we have to start to, even when you're upside down, your face is the front plane. Yeah. That's really hard for people to understand. So I'm like, identify your face. Okay, your feet should be close to them, you know. Yeah. So that's a confusion just because we're opening up new neural pathways in the brain. So this is the back plane, side plane, front plane. Okay? Awesome. So I'm gonna come back again for the inversion sequence. So we can start to learn. So we're going to go through peaceful warrior, happy Buddha, archer, scorpion, and then ollies. This is like my favorite kind of stuff. This is what we start having some fun. You good? You let me know if you ever need a break. Okay? Obviously. Yeah, obviously.
I'm sweating like crazy.
I know. I'm like, where's the fan? I am too.
It's not the it's not from the out. It's
the energy.
It's the energy.
Oh yeah, I feel you.
I know you do.
So we're taking frequent breaks.
Thank you. This is the best pose for me.
Isn't that? Oh yeah.
It just.
This is it. So
I could work on this for a long time.
Yeah. Let me get you a little towel too. So these ones are clean. I know they look like the ones we used to clean the floor. These are the clean versions, I promise. Yeah. So, yeah, take a sip of water too. These are my favorite sequences that we're getting into. Just little heads up. And so I tend to turn into a hummingbird and start to do them faster. Yeah. So feel free to you know,
I
slow it down. Yeah, just slow it down and watch and get into it and then come out of it. But I promise you, this sequence you can do. Okay. Everything that we're doing you can do. So we're going to get into it from our floating Buddha. Let's just start back to back so that when we're upside down, we can see each other. We can watch for a demo. Okay, cool. So from floating Buddha, we squeeze the legs together. We're doing nice and slow. You want to come with me or good? No. I know you want to be upside down. So yeah, so from floating Buddha, we lean back through ladle. Good. Legs come wide. So I make sure this is in the sweet spot, because if it isn't, it's going to not be great for the rest of the sequence, and it's locked in.
And you're right above the hip bone?
Yes, right above the iliac crest. Because if it's at the waist, you actually squeeze the love handles, and you can see the little muffin, and it doesn't feel good. It looks like it doesn't feel good. Okay, from here we hold on. We take those off. So we did our sit-ups. Just pretend like we did our sit-ups. Okay. And then peaceful warrior. Peaceful warrior is like the other #1 pose in all of the inversions. Just like it sounds like. Kind of hardcore. So now from here, we're going to come into Happy Buddha. We take the leg loops into our hands. We do a sit-up, and then we slide them into the elbow creases. Yeah. So we'll do it again. Just watch for it again. I promise you we'll do this 15,000 times. So this one's really good. So once we get into prayer, we press our hips forward and arch. Hands stay at the heart, and then we clap. Yay, happy to do that. Good one to remember. Very happy, very, very happy. Okay, so to come into archer, we open up our arms, so they have to come on the outside of the knees. This is really important. And then we can bring our hands out to the sides and arch, so our heart is pointing down towards the ground. Okay, great. Okay, from here, we're simply going to release the hands. Come down and we come into handstand. When we come into handstand, we did this, right? And with the leg, with the swing at the waist, the hips. Now, to come into scorpion, we just pull our legs back. So they're not going to go far, but we arch and open. So we're really engaging through the back body. Yes. Now we open up our legs wide. So wide straddle legs. Wide straddle handstand. So, yeah, walk your hands forward. There it is. So you stay arched. Now to Ali, we're going to plant right hand in center. Left hand goes for the toe, same side, so pull it down. You got it. So Bob, you have to really bend at the hip flexor here. So foot comes towards your hand instead of hand towards the foot. Okay, so it's good to watch the demo. So these are our Olis, these are our breakdancing moves. And then we can get a little fancy and bring the hands straight up in the air. Try balance. Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yep. Balance. Just bring more weight into the legs. So pull your toes down towards the ground a little bit more. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So I think you need, all right, let's do it one more time. So come to center. I think you're using the opposite hand. Okay. So hand, left hand to center, right hand for the toes. Right hand for your toes, and then straight up in the air. Yes. Try to stay balanced the whole time. Okay. Walk your hand back. Yes. There it is. Nice. So easy but hard. Keep weight in the legs. Perfect. So pretty much that's the whole sequence. Let me double check here. Olis. This goes to the next page. Yes. Yes. So from here, we reach up, grab for the swing, scissor down, and then hang. So we always sit. Whew. Let's start off back to back, and we're going to come into our floating Buddha. Try one more time. Really nice. Floating Buddha is our rest pose.
Arches or heels?
So let's go with the heels. We're only going to do the arches when we do the sit-ups.
Okay.
Yeah. So back to the heels. Good question, though. Okay, good. From here, we want to start out in ladle. So we squeeze the legs together. Hold on to the swing, lean back. Yeah, wiggle, because you'll get it right above the hips that way. Yep. Awesome. Legs have to come wide. And there we go. So we can just come into peaceful warrior like this. We don't even have to worry about kicking them off quite yet. So we want to hang out here for quite a while without doing the transitions for people so they can get used to the inversion. And we want them to get this benefit, this maximum stretch through here, the tractioning of the spine out of the pelvis. So good. Okay, just to stick to the sequence, grab the leg loops, remove your feet, bring your feet onto the swing. Transition to elbow creases. Yes. Feet are together, hands are together in prayer.
Oh.
Press the hips forward. I know. So this is the happy. Don't forget the clapping. I love this one. So good.
So a little question on this. And to open my adductors, am I trying to push or is that squeezing it?
Push your hips forward.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's going to start opening the door.
And now, when you pull down with your arms, you'll feel all
Same
this
as the rest.
release. Yeah. Now, to come into archer, which also feels good, we squeeze our legs together and get the leg loops on the outside. So open up the arms. So you have to bring the knees in, leg loops out, then hands stay wide. Chest points down towards the ground, so big chest opener here. Thanks. We'll arch a little bit more if you can. Yeah, no, you got it. So good. Now we're going to just slowly release the leg loops. Bring the hands down to the ground and walk away from me. So now you're going to bring your shoulders over your wrists. Hands hip shoulder distance. So we just pull forward. And when we look forward, it's a scorpion pose. We just kind of press our feet towards our head. They're not going to go too far. Yes, but we engage through the legs. You feel the difference?
Yeah.
Now bring your legs out wide, wide straddle. Feet have to be level with the hips the whole time. A little bit more. Tuck. Yeah. Good. That's how you, yeah, that's how you change. Legs wide though. Let them be wide. Yes. No, there's that little bit. I can see you. I can see where your body can go. Okay. So this is our handstand wide straddle. We're going to plant the right hand in center. It's really important to move it to center. So bring your foot towards your fingertips on the left. Foot towards the finger. Bring your foot in more, honey. Grab your toes. Yes. Nice. Straight arms if you can. So change sides. Left hand in the center. Bring your foot towards your hand, not the other way around. Yes. You got it. That looks great, Bob. Good job. Okay, one more time. Right hand in center. Left hand grabs her left toes. Now bring the arm straight up in the air. So twist. Just try it. It's a big balance.
So the right shoulder really stabilized.
So you don't hold on to the foot. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Don't go too far. Just find the balance, and that's the edge. That's the edge. So we go for the foot and then straight up. So try to create a line from one arm to the other, if you can. And if you, so when you, yeah, arm straight up, yes. Now if you spin around, it's called alley-oop. Alley-oop. It's okay. It's all part of the fun. So if we lose the balance, we go from alley to alley-oop. So try it. Try losing the balance and spinning around. This thing's totally got us.
Do that at home.
Yeah. Okay.
Sometimes I get dizzy when I spin.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, so that was the whole sequence. We're going to slowly come up. Now don't jump out of the swing. Hold on. Legs come through center. That's why we learn the core. And then we scissor down. Stay seated. Drop the hips. Ooh la la. That squeeze on the QL is going to be quite therapeutic in time. Right now it might be a little intense and sore, so just sway the hips a little bit from side to side. So sumo squat with the legs if you can. Oh, and it's okay to be in the floating child's. Really good. Exactly. So you want to keep the knees wide, and then just keep the knees wide and open. And then just move at the hips. So your hips and your knees are